guys, Chris, VA Travels. Going to be up in New England this week. Right now I'm in Lowell, Massachusetts, about 25 miles northwest of Boston. And I'm going to visit the BOOTT cotton mills and a complex of mills built back in 1835 by BOOTT. And yeah, tickets are $6 and going to take a look inside. And you'll see a trolley line right here. I'm sure it would drop the employees off at the time. And here's a canal leading to the Merrimack River. A couple of ducks down there. Ducks as an animal, ducks. Pretty neat clock tower there, and looks like that's the entrance. Real quick, evolution of the mill yard. Like I say, the Merrimack it takes a sharp decline, so the pretty powerful current to power the mill, but eventually steam and then of course electricity ended up powering everything. So all right, this building was built in 1871 that I'm going into. Much warmer in here. All right, here we go. Okay, so the weave room, and about 100 machines back here. They're going to turn them on in about a half an hour, but pretty cool. You see them belt driven. And here just some information. And initially they had young farm girls working the machines, but as the demand for cheap labor grew, they began hiring immigrants from Eastern Europe primarily. And obviously they were more willing to work for cheaper wages. And some old school time cards, punching machine. And here are some tools. And working conditions were pretty hazardous, as you might guess. You could easily lose a finger or get your hair caught in one of these things. And a lot of the workers or women would develop brown lung from breathing in cotton fibers. And yeah, many jobs, overseers, sweepers, oilers, loom fixers. And here's a close-up right here. All right, and I'm gonna walk around, go up to the second floor. Yeah, kind of an oil smell in here. And they primarily made curtains in here. Down here it looks like maybe these are the different patterns. Not too sure. Some yarns of cotton over there. Here we are. All right. And rural East Chelmsford. Lowell was incorporated as a town in 1826. Before that, it was known as East Chelmsford. And talking about slavery and some shackles. Slave shackle. And yeah, all the cotton in the deep south, just below Virginia, although there are a few places that grow cotton down here. And it looks like a hand crank cotton gin right there. And this is just talking about the merchants and the capitalists, like I say up here, profiting off the industry. Pretty cool. sexton up there.
Hello. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the museum. Thank you.
I heard you grew up around here.
Yep.
He was a high school teacher.
Oh, who?
You,
No, middle school.
middle school. Well, that's right. I meant a school teacher. Well, I recognize you. I didn't teach. I worked in school.
Oh.
Thomas Jefferson. Old Alexander Hamilton. You gotta love the accents up here. I'm sure they're saying the same thing about me. Oh, and this mill, I don't want to say it was revolutionary, but it was a big deal because it was the first mill where they did everything on site. Before, over in England, they would have just different sites where they would do the manufacturing, processing, and so on. Pretty good diorama. Oh, all right. And this is a trussel spinning frame developed here in Lowell. 64 spindle trussel, it says. Working in the mills. Yeah, I wouldn't wear too much loose clothing in here. Mill girl dress. Silhouette. Ooh. Okay, wow. It's like some sort of steam roller or something. Unhealthy conditions. Some interactive stuff. National Cotton Mule Spinners Association. Oh, here's the backside. It's like just a bunch of advertisements for the plant. Locomotive engine. Lowell machine shop. What are these things? Steel heddle. This is a hand-powered yarn reel, and it measured out precise lengths of yarn. There's students coming through. Some cogs over here. Weaving machine over here, and this lady is holding what's called a shuttle. And here's a list of claims for accidents. Hit by shuttle in the mouth. Laceration of finger. Old-timey looking guy. This is an overseer. George Reed. Over here, owners and managers. Oh, there he is right here. Kurt BOOTT. The man who started it all. And yeah, a couple of the managers. Ariel Thomas. And then Frederick Flather. Okay. Looks like some storage containers. Steadfast Containers, Thomas Hodder and Sons. Crisis, we cannot compete. Move the mill south. Don't cut our wages. So yeah, labor was cheaper down south. Dilemmas, police break up crowd of strikers near BOOTT mills, by 1920s. They lengthened the work week 48 to 54 hours. consequences by 1960. Lowell had closed, moving south, and this is talking about the same thing. By the 1920s, most of the factories had moved down to the Carolinas, Virginia, Georgia, and Alabama. In 1946, engineer William Leggett made this apron to showcase new use of the company's rayon fabric. Cool. Wang computer monitor from 1983. Never heard of a Wang computer? Pretty good painting. There it is. BOOTT Mills. Alright, that's it for the BOOTT cotton mills. And yeah, all of this was part of the complex. They've been revamped to apartments now, but and tickets were $6 to let you know. So anyway, pretty neat. I'm gonna hit the road and check out my next site.